Hello and welcome to Catholic News Roundup. I'm Christine Niles. Today's April 17th, 2026. Here are this week's top stories. A gay couple is sparking outrage after a video with their adopted baby boy telling him he has no mother.
Who do you want? Dada or Pop? No. Do you want Dada? You want Pop? No way, Jose.
I think.
There is no mama. I'm so sorry. You have Dada. You have Pop.
Two choices.
No mama. No. No mama. Dada or Pop. No.
Thousands have reacted in anger, including Michael Knowles of the Daily Wire, who tweeted, quote, "The most horrifying video I've ever seen in my life." And conservative commentator Megyn Kelly, "Very hard to watch the whole thing." Others also weighed in, quote, "This is sick and I'm gay. Gays shouldn't be able to adopt children or surrogacy. It's not right. It's so confusing for a child. Make it illegal." Judgment Day can't come soon enough. To intentionally raise a child without their mother is child abuse. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed for less evil than this. The couple is songwriter Shane McAnally and Michael Baum, who already have adopted 12-year-old twin boys. In better news, while states will be honoring June as so-called Pride Month, Tennessee will be honoring the family. A recent resolution officially designates June Nuclear Family Month, honoring father, mother, and child. Quote, "The nuclear family is God's perfect design for humanity," the resolution states, listing the harms resulting from fatherless families, including a 4-fold increase in poverty, a 10-fold increase in drug abuse for children, and sharp increases in youth suicides, school dropouts, and prison time. LGBT activists are, of course, outraged, with GLAAD accusing lawmakers of cluelessness. Oh well. Fallout from the feud between Trump and the Pope continues. After a lengthy social media post criticizing Leo Sunday night, Divine Mercy Sunday, by the way, accusing the Pope of, quote, catering to the radical left, global backlash ensued, with Catholic bishops and world leaders blasting Trump for disrespecting the Supreme Pontiff.
Quello che ho detto è quello che penso, che le dichiarazioni in particolare sul pontefice fossero inaccettabili. Esprimo la mia solidarietà a Papa Leone. Le dico di più, francamente io non mi sentirei a mio agio in una società nella quale i leader religiosi fanno quello che dicono i leader politici.
The U.S. Catholic bishops, Bishop Robert Barron, Portland, Oregon's Archbishop Alexander Sample, and many others also weighed in to rebuke Trump. He refused to apologize.
Will you apologize?
No, I don't, because Pope Leo said things that are wrong. He was very much against what I'm doing with regard to Iran, and you cannot have a nuclear Iran. Pope Leo would not be happy with the end result. You have hundreds of millions of people dead, and it's not going to happen. So I can't. I think he's very weak on crime.
The Pope responded on his flight to Algeria.
I don't want to get into a debate with him. I don't think that the message of the gospel is meant to be abused in the way that some people are doing. And I will continue to speak out loudly against war, looking to promote peace, promoting dialogue and multilateral relationships among the states, to look for just solutions to problems. Too many people are suffering in the world today. Too many innocent people are being killed. And I think someone has to stand up and say, there's a better way to do this.
Meanwhile, Trump's approval rating continues to plummet to its lowest levels ever. A Quinnipiac poll shows a 38% approval rating. CBS YouGov, 39%. A CNN poll, 35%. UMass Lowell, 39%. UMass Amherst, 33%. Fox News, whose audience tends to be very pro-Trump, only 41% approval. AP Norc, 38%. Reuters Ipsos, 36%. MAGA is experiencing an exodus across the board among independents, Latinos, blacks, evangelicals, the white working class, but most especially among youth. Charlie Kirk of TPUSA was most responsible for rallying the young adult vote for Trump in 2024, who won 56% of the youth vote, as opposed to only 41% in 2020, according to AP's exit polls. But young men are now fed up.
Trump thinks he can post this picture of himself depicting Jesus, and it's just straight up blasphemy. So now Trump and the MAGA movement have officially lost all my support. Ooh. Christ is and will always be king.
A TPUSA event this week featuring Vice President J.D. Vance reveals a mostly empty stadium, unlike previous rallies that were packed, while the Vice President got heckled at the event.
And by the way, not only was our administration like the administration that solved the problem, but the president. Excuse me, sir. Right now, you.
And in some good news, young men are turning to God. A new Gallup poll shows 42% of men aged 18 to 29 think religion is very important to them, up sharply from 28% in 2022 to 23. It's the highest point in 25 years, since 2001, when 43% of young men considered religion important. Young women's attitude has remained the same, at about 30%. This tracks with other polls showing men are far more opposed to abortion than women. A 2025 Gallup poll shows 61% of U.S. women support abortion, while only 41% of men do, a 20-point difference. A pro-life Catholic has won $1.1 million from the federal government. Mark Houck sued the DOJ after his home was raided in 2022 by 20 federal agents. The raid was related to Houck's vigil outside an abortion mill a year before, where he protected his son from an attack by a pro-abort activist. A jury acquitted him of all charges in 2023. This week, the DOJ agreed to pay damages for the post-traumatic stress, economic loss, and loss of reputation suffered by the Houck family. Quote, the Biden Department of Justice's intimidation against pro-life people and people of faith has been put in its place, says attorney Peter Breen of the Thomas More Society. Houck was one among hundreds targeted by Biden's DOJ, a new report this week revealing they teamed up with Planned Parenthood and other abortion giants to go after pro-lifers. Biden's DOJ also asked for harsher penalties for pro-life activists as opposed to pro-abortion terrorists, seeking on average 2 years prison time for pro-lifers as opposed to only 1 year for pro-aborts. And turning to the Middle East, children were targeted in Gaza. This according to whistleblower David McIntosh, who was at Site 4 of the Gaza Humanitarian Fund. He witnessed soldiers shooting into the crowd of unarmed Palestinians there to pick up food, including the killing of children. At least one of them was an adolescent boy.
Anybody that moves from that riverbed, even puts a hand up, they'll shoot them.
He says soldiers frequently shot at GHF contractors.
They would fire at our camp for no reason.
And used stray dogs for target practice.
The dog died. It splattered up everywhere.
One time I witnessed this, there was a group of 3 lads. They got out of the riverbed and they just dart to another mound, okay? Machine gun fire, boom, straight away onto them. Then sniper fire. Then a tank round. They're moving, they're hiding behind this mound. Then a drone comes over, drops a grenade. He was murdered. He was straight up murdered. And there was a young lad, 12 years old, just playing around, horsing around. This is a report, by the way, by 2 of the guys that were on that position. They said he was just joking around, so they said, listen, go away. Just to him, move, get away. And he's still laughing around, as kids do. He's 12 years old. A few moments later, the IDF sniper shoots him in his shoulder, falls to the ground. He lies there for a moment. He gets up. He stumbles across the bridge, falls down, and he's lying there for 30 minutes before anybody, you see it in the report, comes to collect him. But taking a round of that velocity, the caliber, to the shoulder and being unconscious for 30 minutes, you're going to be deceased. You were going to be dead. He was doing nothing but laughing and joking, nothing but joking around. That's it. And they killed him. And this, okay, by the way, these people aren't far away. They must have been like maybe 150 meters. So they can't, he had a weapon. He didn't have a weapon.
McIntosh filed a report after witnessing the shooting, but never received a response. Meanwhile, another IDF soldier is openly admitting to killing babies.
Are you guys killing children?
Yes.
Oh, is that a good thing?
Muslim children, yes.
Muslim children, wow. You like Muslim children?
Yes.
Do you like Palestinian children?
Yes.
Does it make you feel good when you bomb a hospital? Really?
Yes.
Okay, what about Iran? When you bomb Iran?
I feel good.
Lebanon. When you bomb Lebanon, is it good?
Yes.
You guys kill children in Lebanon, is that okay?
Yeah, this is okay because in Hamas.
What about the children, the babies?
The babies is good too.
Really, in Lebanon?
Yes, in Lebanon, in Gaza, in Iran.
Really, it's okay to kill babies in Iran?
Yes, yes. It's
and
okay.
In Gaza?
Yes.
And in Lebanon?
Yes.
You really believe that?
Yes.
Really? Have you ever killed any Palestinians? Have you ever killed any Palestinian children? How many?
I don't know.
You don't keep track?
No, but I killed.
But you've killed Palestinian children?
Yes.
War crimes like these in Gaza, coupled with the belief that Israel has dragged the U.S. into war with Iran, have led to a sharp drop in support for Israel. A March Pew Research poll reveals 60% of Americans have an unfavorable view of Israel, up from 53% last year. Among those aged 18 to 49, it's even higher, 70%. And 59% of Americans have little or no confidence in Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, up from 52% last year. And a CNN poll shows historic lows among men under age 50.
They have very much shifted away from Israel. Look at this. Net favorability of Israel among men under the age of 50. In 2022, not too bad, but not too hot to trot either at -3 points. By 2025, again, down we go, -22 points. That is a 19-point shift in just 3 years' time. But it gets even worse. Look at this for Israel. -47 points. That's a 44-point shift away from Israel on the net favorability amongst young men who, of course, shifted massively into the Republican column back in 2024, and they have been shifting away from Israel over the last 4 years.
That is this week's Catholic News Roundup. Please go to stellamars.media to sign up to our email list for the latest news and updates. Your financial support also helps keep us going, so thank you for that. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless your week. I'm Christine Niles.